Yeah, when you're not, well, you're not. Oh man, I hate your job. I'll hit it on the middle.
Get two of them up. We gotta give two to the tractor driver.
Excuse me.
Or Boston. Can you put?
Do you know where Mason and Connor went? Cherry. I don't know.
That almost looks like it's a mix of
Hey, you got
something red.
Big circles in the sky. And what they're doing is they are riding on hot pockets of air going up. So if you guys have the rest, the air heats up, it goes up. And these guys ride it just kind of like an invisible elephant.
Hunt Hill has a rich history full of friends of Hunt Hill, even before that became an actual 5013C corporation, which it's been now for 25 years. I'd like to introduce two of those friends now who will offer a few details of that history. They are founding and former board member Jennifer Brigham and our current board president, Carolyn Cleaver, both hard-working ladies in this organization.
Well, it's so gratifying for us as managing a nonprofit organization to be able to see that for over a quarter of a century we've been able to stay true to the wishes of both Francis Andrew, donor of the property, and the National Audubon Society. National Audubon ran the facility as an Audubon camp for over 30 years. We've leased the property from them since it closed in 1986. Miss Andrews said back in 1954, "It will please me greatly if the Society establishes at Hunt Hill an Audubon camp. I'm familiar with the programs of your existing camps and appreciate that they bring to the folk an awareness of their national surroundings, which will cause them to realize the value and need of conservation of natural resources."
The camp here was similar to the other Audubon camps. It was a National Audubon Society kind of curriculum. It was a 2-week program. There were classes in ornithology, geology, animal and insect study, plants, weather, canoeing, and more. And so people would pay and come and live here, adults only, for 2 weeks.
Miss Andrews also in her conveyance provided for the possibility that the National Audubon Society might not always be run. She says, in the future, the National Audubon Society would deem it wise to sell or otherwise dispose of any or all of its Hunt Hill property, I hope that before doing so, it would explore the possibilities of the ownership and maintenance of it by some other conservation-minded organization or local group. This is where the Friends of Hunt Hill, Audubon Sanctuary Incorporated came in.
Yes, National Audubon did close the camp in 1986. And then a group of friends and family members who had close ties to the old Audubon camp in Wisconsin reorganized to reopen Hunt Hill. And I think besides our family, there's probably some other people here who were involved in those early years of organizing to reopen. We became that nonprofit 501c3 corporation that exists today, the Friends of Hunt Hill, and entered into one of our first leases with the National Audubon Society. So between then and now, It's been a lease by lease situation. The first few years were tough and they were lean, but over time, more and more local people became involved. A wider variety of programs and uses for the property has emerged. You're seeing that today. Youth programs were created and expanded. And really the heroic efforts of many of the board members and volunteers, as well as a handful of part-time and later lean full-time staff, really got Hunt Hill operational, and things have continued to improve and grow ever since.
Yes, and the property's grown too. From 300 acres originally bequeathed by Francis Andrews to over the 600 acres we have today. And the Friends of Organization has honored the wishes of Miss Andrews, who said, "The preservation of the wilderness areas is of great importance to me, and I therefore trust that the Society will maintain the Hunt Hill property in its natural condition." This is our favorite one of everybody on the staff. That trees are not cut down at maturity. It is good to live with large and old trees. Dead and down wood may remain dead and down, and the wild fauna and flora to live their natural lives. For the land is not overrun with humans. It is an honor for us to preserve such a legacy. And today we're here not only to celebrate the legacy that Francis Andrews had envisioned, but also two important developments that are coming together in a big way. Hunt Hill is truly taking flight.
And the thing that I get to share with you today is that we have so many incredible families, but recently we had a really incredible family, Dave and Carolyn Cleveland, who have been involved here at Hunt Hill for a very long time. They saw all the great things we were doing, and they wanted to make sure Hunt Hill could be here well in the future. And the way that they've made that promise to help us continue to grow is by pledging to match every dollar that we raise up to $1 million over the next 3 years. So that's where we all applaud in the middle of this. So what that means is now until December 2019, we're tasked with the responsibility of raising $1 million, which every dollar of that will be matched to turn into $2, essentially ending at 2019 with a $2 million endowment. Now that's huge for us because as a nonprofit, we swing from year to year hoping that at the end of the year we'll end in the black. But we don't always know that's going to happen. So by having an endowment, it gives us a more stable financial base so we can continue to do all the incredible things that we're doing. So we're looking at expanding programming, the types of programs that we do, and the types of people that we connect with, making sure everyone has the opportunity to come out here. And we've seen a lot of interest in year-round programming here. For those of you who are familiar with Hunt Hill, this camp was built as a seasonal summer camp. But we're seeing more interest in winter and shoulder season programs. So we're looking at ways to winterize and upgrade our buildings while keeping the same look and feel that we've all grown to love so much here at camp.
Hunt Hill Audubon Sanctuary, when we say it, we recall its benefactors, its stewards, and its purpose. Now the milestone achievement, as Nikki, Jennifer, and Carol explained, this is an exciting moment to belong here. Friends have been working hard. We are grateful for National Audubon's nurturing years, but we told them we are ready to run this on our own from here. This didn't disappear in the rain. To do this ourselves. You are in New York, we are here, let us fly. They said yes several years back, but they just hadn't turned the deed over to us. And they finally have taken care of that, and Hunt Hill is now owned by Friends of Hunt Hill Audubon Society. The ownership is changing, but the name and the mission are not. Friends of Hunt Hill, again, the name is apt. We are friends to Hunt Hill, and through it to the community we share. It is, as we say, a place where you belong.
They're going to release it.